Hi guys, Anna Rose Bain here, and today I'm going to show you how to stretch a canvas using pre-primed linen and make it tight every time. If you've tried this before and were unhappy with the results, maybe those traditional canvas pliers wrecked your linen and still didn't get it tight enough, or you're just plain tired of relying on elbow grease, then this is the video for you. It's going to require a small investment in getting the proper tools, but if you're like me and you like making your own canvases to whatever size you want, then keep watching. You'll need some stretcher bars. I'm using regular light duty ones for these, even though it's a 24 by 24. You can go heavier with the bigger canvas size. You'll need a rubber mallet, a square, some pliers, either a needle nose or I'm using a flat nose pliers here, a staple gun and some extra staples, scissors, a Sharpie if you care about having straight lines on your linen, and I also have some T-shaped braces on hand that I use in case I use a crossbar for my canvas. I won't be using these today, but I will show you what it looks like on one of my larger canvases. Okay, and here's the tool I cannot live without for stretching a nice tight canvas, and it is these professional canvas pliers from Bain. They have a great polyurethane plastic grip that won't tear or damage your canvas, and they're nice and wide so they can grip a fairly large chunk each time that you pull and stretch on your canvas. And of course, you're going to need a great quality linen. My go-to is Clausen's 13, which is a double oil primed linen, and it comes on a roll. So let's go ahead and get started. Start out by checking your stretcher bars to make sure they aren't warped or damaged in any way. If you're working with a medium or heavy duty stretcher bar, you're going to want to make sure the rounded lip, which is the side your canvas will rest on, is facing the same direction for all 4 stretcher bars. This doesn't really apply with these light duty ones because they have a rounded lip on both the back and the front. And then you can begin assembling them using the rubber mallet to get them tight at the corners. Make sure there aren't any of the interlocking pieces inside sticking out at the corners. And then I check all 4 corners along the inside of my L square to make sure they are all perfect right angles. And there you have it, a perfectly square canvas frame. Now we're ready to cut the linen to size for our frame. I like to have about 2 inches all the way around of slack to make sure my canvas pliers have enough material to grab a hold of. Okay, if you're the type of person that really cares about your edges being straight all the way around, you can take your square and trace a line along it. Obviously, this is the unprimed side of the linen that I'm working on here, although honestly it doesn't matter that much. Allowing for about that 2 inches all the way around. All right. Here we go. All right, we're ready to stretch the canvas. Okay, start with a single staple in the middle of one side. You'll then take the opposite side and give it a good tug in the very center with your canvas pliers. Make sure the rounded side of the pliers is facing up so that the little lip there on the other side is bumping up against your stretcher bar to help create some leverage. From there, you can put a staple in the center of the remaining 2 sides. It's absolutely crucial that you always start from the middle and work out towards the corners. Once you have all 4 middle sections stapled with at least 1 staple, then you can start adding more staples on either side. Giving it a good tug every time, and then working the opposite side. Actually, I'm going to remove this one because I want it to be on the side where I can get it tighter. There we go. Nice and tight. Rinse and repeat. So far, so good. Just keep going down and out from the center on every side. When I tug, I'm pulling not just down, but out and away from the center, just slightly. So any slack that's in there is headed out towards the corners. And hopefully that reduces any bubbling along where the staples are. You can actually see some right here. And that means that I haven't been pulling it tight enough. But some of that can get worked out. Or I can always re-stretch that side. Not too bad. Let's do those corners. Press down and then wrap it around like so. That's what a good clean corner looks like when you fold it over like that. You'll notice when I get to these corners, I am leaving the sides fairly free of staples, at least the side that I intend to fold over. So here I'm stapling the top all the way to the edge, but the side there I'm leaving some slack so that I have room to get my fingers in there to make the fold. Okay, and let's get rid of that. Or at least staple down these flaps that are sticking out in the back. Optional, of course. There you have it. Nice and tight. If you liked this video, then check out my YouTube series on oil painting surfaces, which includes a full-length tutorial on making your own linen canvases and some tips on doctoring cheap canvases so that you have a winning painting surface every time.